From sizzling skewers in Marrakesh to spice-drenched carts in Bangkok, we're peeling back the secrets of the world's most iconic street eats, how they're made, why they're legendary, and where to find them. Buckle up for a flavor-packed journey through Incan roots, Ramadan traditions, and the lunchtime culture that turns humble stalls into global crave-worthy phenomena.
In Mexico, there's one dish that every local eats at least once a year, and it's been made the same way for over 200 years. Chiles en nogada was created in 1821 to celebrate Mexico's independence, and it almost disappeared during the Mexican Revolution, 1910 to 1920. Each chili is stuffed with over 30 ingredients, including apples, raisins, and almonds, creating a sweet and savory explosion. The creamy white sauce is made from 10 cups of raw walnuts, blended until smooth and rich. The red and green sauces symbolize the Mexican flag, and over 2 pounds of tomatoes go into the red sauce alone. Approximately 1 million chiles en nogada are made each year, mostly around the September 16th independence celebrations. This dish is more than food, it's a symbol of pride, history, and flavor. What's your country's legendary dish? In Mexico, there's one street food that every local eats at least once a week. It's been made the same way for over a century, and it's about to blow your taste buds. Esquite started as a humble snack in rural markets, but today, it's the heart of Mexico City's street food scene. The secret? It's made from heirloom corn varieties, the same ones grown by indigenous farmers for generations. Every day, over 1 million ears of corn are grilled across the city, and each one is seasoned with a small amount of cotija cheese and a dash of chili. It's so popular that some vendors earn up to around $100 to $200 a day, just from selling this one dish. Esquites isn't just a snack, it's a piece of Mexican history, passed down through generations of street cooks and farmers. Have you tried esquites? Rate it 1 to 10 in the comments, and tell us, what's your country's legendary street food? In Greece, there's one street food that every local eats at least once a week. It's been made the same way for over 1,000 years. Legend says Homer's soldiers were given these honey-fried bites to keep their energy up during long battles. Street vendors in Athens make up to 500 batches a day during peak season, that's thousands of golden bites. Each bite is fried in olive oil and drenched in over 2 tablespoons of honey, that's what makes it unforgettable. Archaeologists found ancient clay ovens in Delphi used specifically for making lucumades over 1,000 years ago. This simple treat is more than just a snack, it's a piece of history passed down through generations. Have you tried lucumades? Rate it 1 to 10 in the comments, and tell us, what's your country's legendary street food? In Peru, there's one dish that every local eats at least once a week, and it's been sizzling on stoves for over 100 years. It all started in the 1800s when Chinese immigrants brought stir-frying to Peru, and the rest is history. Today, millions of Peruvians enjoy this dish every year, and for good reason. The magic happens at around 350 degrees Fahrenheit, where marinated beef, soy sauce, and Incan potatoes come together in one pan. This fusion of Incan and Chinese flavors is more than just a meal, it's a symbol of Peru's rich cultural history. Thousands of servings are sold each week, and people travel from across the country just for a taste. And here's the kicker, this iconic dish was invented by Chinese immigrants, and now it's Peru's most beloved food. In Brazil, there's one street food that every single local eats at least once a week. It's been made the same way for more than 2 centuries. It all started in the 1600s in Salvador, where Yoruba women cooked this dish in secret to fund the fight against slavery. The process is as dramatic as the history. Black-eyed peas are mashed into a thick dough, then shaped into perfect golden rounds. Each fritter is fried in palm oil, which gives it that deep golden color and rich, nutty flavor. Acreage is more than a snack, it's a sacred dish in Candomblé, where it's offered to the orixás during religious festivals. Millions of Brazilians enjoy acreage every year, and they'll travel for miles just to taste it right. And here's the twist, this golden fritter once helped fund the fight for freedom. What legendary dish in your country changed history? In Morocco, there's one soup that every family gathers around during Ramadan. It's been simmering for centuries, and it can take a few hours to make. Harira began in the royal courts of the Almoravid dynasty, over 2,000 years ago. It was served to sultans and nobles, and the same recipe lives on in homes today. The process starts 10 days before Ramadan, with a slow simmer of tomatoes, lentils, and chickpeas, all layered with spices. A handful of warm spices go into this soup, including cinnamon, ginger, turmeric, and saffron, each adding layers of flavor and warmth. During Ramadan, over 10 million bowls of harira are eaten in Morocco alone, often breaking the fast at sunset with family and friends. What makes it legendary? It's not just a meal, it's a ritual. Some families still use the same recipe passed down for generations. And here's the kicker, the same soup once served in royal courts is now in your bowl. What legendary food in your country has stood the test of time? In Greece, there's one street food that every local eats at least once a week. It's been made the same way for over 3,000 years. Souvlaki's roots trace back to the Minoan era. Archaeologists found lamb and olive oil residue on ancient cooking tools from Crete, dating back to 1600 BCE. Today, souvlaki is grilled at around 450 to 500 degrees Fahrenheit, the perfect temperature to lock in flavor and char the meat just right. Each of Athens' hundreds of souvlaki stands has its own secret recipe. Some use marinated pork, others lamb, and a few even serve grilled octopus. The best souvlaki is served quickly, often in under 2 minutes, a lightning-fast lunch ritual that Greeks take seriously. And here's the kicker, this dish, once eaten by ancient warriors, is still the heartbeat of Greek street food culture today. So, what's your favorite street food? Rate it 1 to 10 in the comments, and tell us what food in your country has been around for centuries. In India, there's one street food that every single local eats at least once a week, and it's been made the same way for over 2,500 years. Legend says it was first made in the 18th century by a street vendor in Mumbai, who wanted to create a snack that could be eaten in one bite. Today, the process is still fast and furious. The puri is deep-fried until it puffs up into a paper-thin shell in about 6 to 10 minutes. The real magic is in the pani, a tangy, spicy water seasoned with a blend of spices including cumin, coriander, mint, and green chili. Eaten by 20 million people every day, pani puri is more than a snack, it's a ritual, a tradition, and a test of speed. And here's the secret, the best pani puri is eaten in under 10 seconds, wait too long, and the shell will burst in your mouth. Have you tried pani puri yet? Rate it 1 to 10 in the comments, and tell us, what's your country's legendary street food? In Iraq, there's one dish that every local eats at least once a week. It's been made the same way for over 3,000 years. Makbuz traces its roots to the Arabian Peninsula, and its origins are contested among several Gulf countries. The dish is made with 20 spices, including saffron and cardamom, each adding layers of flavor and history. Cooked in large clay pots over open flames, it takes over 40 minutes to reach perfect, fluffy perfection. During Ramadan in Baghdad, over 100,000 servings are sold each week, a true celebration of flavor and tradition. What makes it legendary? It is a beloved dish with deep cultural roots in the Arabian Peninsula. Have you tried makbuz? Rate it 1 to 10 in the comments, and tell us, what's your country's legendary street food?